Though Community never scored the TV ratings that would reflect its brilliance, it has nevertheless endured over the years since its 6th season wrapped up as one of the smartest and most endearingly funny sitcoms of all time. And like most TV sitcoms, Dan Harmon and co. ended up filming far more material than they could ever cram into any individual episode. Thankfully though, Community's DVD releases have allowed countless fascinating deleted scenes to see the light of day, many of which clearly should have, somehow, made it into the final cut. I'm Josh from WhatCulture.com, and these are 10 secret subplots you learn from watching Community deleted scenes. Number 10. Fat Neil and Vicky recorded an accidental sex tape. In Season 4's advanced documentary filmmaking, Abed is making a documentary about Chang in order to receive a grant to study Changnesia, and during a talking head interview, Shirley reveals that Britta left the camera running at Shirley's sandwiches. Shirley then reviewed the footage and made numerous disturbing discoveries, which she then shared with Abed, including Chang playing with sharp instruments, Garrett sneezing on the lettuce, and of course, Fat Neil and his girlfriend Vicky getting frisky in the restaurant. In the scene, Vicky tells Neil to ditch the foreplay, to which he angrily retorts, "I'm not a machine," before walking away. Number 9. Starburns thinks he has supernatural powers. In the Season 2 finale paintball episode For a Few Paintballs More, a deleted scene gives fans an added glimpse into who Starburns is as a person. When Troy, Abed, and Annie are pinned down in the library with Starburns, he opts for a Hail Mary pass, on the condition that his teammates never tell anyone what they're about to see. At that moment, Starburns stands up and attempts to summon the spirits of the elders to protect him from gunfire. Hilariously though, it is indeed unsuccessful, and he's quickly pelted with paintballs and eliminated from the game. Number 8. Chang gets haunted by his twin sister. Though the show makes several passing references to the fact that Chang ate his twin sister Connie in the womb, this was actually supposed to be part of a far more elaborate subplot in Season 2. The Season 2 premiere, Anthropology 101, ends with Chang having a conversation with himself not unlike that of Gollum from The Lord of the Rings, but Chang initially was supposed to be haunted by the presence of his dead sister in this scene. The episode's original ending saw a visibly disturbed Chang hear the sound of a loud heartbeat and the cries of a baby, implying some sort of primordial flashback to the moment that he absorbed his unborn twin. Creator Dan Harmon himself said, quote, "We had this whole thing plotted out where we were going to tell this seasonal story of how he's plagued by the guilt that his mother put in him that he had a twin sister in the uterus and it was a little girl and he ate her. And his mother dressed him up in little dresses and said, 'I wish you were your sister instead,' and that rejection triggers these psychotic breaks in him." Number 7. How Puppet Pierce got out of the woods. Season 4's intro to Felt Surrogacy memorably features the cast as puppets, and the episode ends with the study group all being ushered out of the puppet show back to reality. But one plot thread is left hanging, just what happened to Pierce. He's busy relieving his bowels when the rest of the group leaves the woods, and we're never told how he actually made it back to civilization. Well, a deleted scene has the answer. Puppet Pierce is seen hanging out with the mountain man from earlier in the episode, who becomes exasperated with Pierce's inability to just shut up. The man initially volunteers to drive Pierce home in his Jeep, but after an insufferable Pierce keeps on talking, he instead hands him the keys and just tells him to drive himself home and even keep the vehicle. Number 6. The truth behind magnitude. In the hilarious Season 3 episode, Documentary Filmmaking Redux, the Dean is given $2,000 to shoot a new commercial for Greendale, causing him to become a diva filmmaker overnight. He memorably spends 12 hours shooting a scene of Troy and Britta hugging, which becomes increasingly elaborate in the episode's deleted scenes, culminating in Troy being replaced with Magnitude. After Magnitude performs a few takes of his famous catchphrase "pop pop," we cut to Abed's making of documentary of the commercial, where Magnitude himself solemnly explains that he's actually secretly miserable despite being one of the most popular students on campus. Number 5. Jeff and Annie actually went on a date. In Season 3's course listing unavailable, the study group takes turns to make speeches at Starburns' memorial service, but instead largely uses the opportunity to express their grievances with Greendale. In an alternate version of the scene, Annie decries Greendale's lack of compelling romantic prospects, mentioning the median age of the dating pool is about 50, and that she's been on 3 dates and had to pay every single time. At this moment, she stares angrily and knowingly in the direction of Jeff. Despite the pair's palpable sexual tension never translating into anything substantial, this scene makes it clear that they at least went on one official date together. Number 4. Why the Dean stole Shirley's sandwich shop idea. One of the show's more demented subplots involves the Dean stealing Shirley's idea for opening a sandwich shop on campus and using it to open up a branch of Subway instead. But a deleted scene in course listing unavailable again explains precisely why Dean felt the need to lift Shirley's idea. That being that the air conditioning repair school ended up taking most of Greendale's budget, forcing Dean to get creative with generating a new revenue system. Number 3. Britta's parents paid off her boss. In Season 6's lawnmower maintenance and postnatal care, it's revealed that Britta's parents have been secretly bankrolling her entire life, even giving money to Abed, Annie, and Jeff to pay for things on her behalf. But a deleted scene explains just how pervasively Britta's parents were covertly funding her. When she visits the bar where she works, the Vatican, she asks her boss if she can get an advance on half a year's worth of paychecks, which the bartender suspiciously accepts without consideration. Britta then grabs her boss's phone and discovers that he's also been in contact with her parents, who came into the bar shortly after Britta was hired and effectively paid her boss off in advance, as well as gifting him some potatoes infused with lobster for whatever reason. Hilariously, Britta then throws a drink in his face, to which he retorts, "I'd fire you if you weren't Deb's daughter." Number 2. Pierce almost killed Chang. The deleted scenes for advanced documentary filmmaking feature numerous talking head interviews with the study group. Here, Pierce fleetingly mentions that he once hit Chang with his car and then just didn't tell anyone, which appears to be the basis for Pierce holding Chang in a high regard as a human being. Pierce then adds a totally uncalled for amount of detail, adding, quote, "I really blasted him. He was up on the hood and everything. It was a mess," end quote. Number 1. Shirley's crisis of confidence. Season 2's finale, For a Few Paintballs More, features a brilliant scene between Shirley and Britta, which sadly couldn't make the cut, considering what a fantastic piece of character work it was for Shirley. During the paintball game, Britta catches Shirley planning to shoot herself in order to eliminate herself from the game, having lost confidence that they can win the game and save Greendale. Britta then gives her friend a harsh pep talk about fighting for the school and her dream of becoming a baked goods entrepreneur, to which Shirley retorts with a laundry list of Britta's character flaws. Savagely, Britta fires back that Shirley is a, quote, mean, scaredy cat housewife who's afraid to live her own life. This scene adds an enormous amount of context to the end of the episode, where Shirley shows up in a golf cart to save Britta, in turn helping the team eventually win the game and save Greendale. Sadly, that meaning is lost without this scene, stripping away the emotional undercurrent of the episode's ending in the process. So that's our list. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below, and head over to whatculture.com for more lists and news like this every single day. Even if you don't though, I've been Josh, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.